We are doing NBA player props here on PrizePicks for Friday, November 18th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use promo code TUFF to sign up. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. There's also a Discord link in the description below of this video where the main server is completely free, as well as Patreon link in the description below of this video where I do post all the plays here that I'm making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play, doing deep dive core analysis for all my core plays on Patreon. So go ahead and check out that link in the description below of this video. But let's get into it, you guys. Also do have to mention I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. These are simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. But let's go. First player props that I like here is going to be, I mentioned this in the Discord last night. I'm going to give two here, just two that I absolutely love. But I'm going to give, a 1A and a 1B here kind of. So 1A is going to be Tyrese Haliburton over 10.5 assists, and then 1B is going to be his points plus assists. I like both these plays a lot. I'm going to be pairing both these on numerous parlays probably today here. I just think both these are strong play. I would say between the two, I like assists a little bit more, but then I also really love points plus assists. So I'm giving both here on this video. 10.5 assists for Tyrese and 30.5 points plus assists, both overs here for Haliburton. But let's get into why I really love this play. So first off, this matchup here, Indiana versus Houston, has the highest over-under on the slate here at 236.5. Again, blowouts have been so unpredictable to predict here in the NBA. It seems like any team can get blown out any given night, like literally. But 236.5 over-under, Indiana is 5-point favorites here. Houston doesn't play any defense in general, and they definitely don't play defense on the road, which is where I believe this game is, or actually this game's in Houston. So the same should be definitely a closer game than I think people think. I think Indiana's 5-point favorites on the road then. So, Houston doesn't play any defense in general. Tyrese Haliburton, though, if we take a look at just his pure assists, he's gone over this in 7 games this season, 7 games this season. He's gone over 10.5 assists here. And then his points plus assists at 30.5. He has gone over this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 different times this season. He's gone over 30.5 points plus assists. Now, just in general, Tyrese Haliburton is a player we've been riding. Multiple people that bet on player props have been riding Tyrese Haliburton all season long. It seems like, got to give him honestly the nickname Hallie Wagon or something like that. But Tyrese Haliburton here at 30.5 points plus assists and 10.5 assists. Love this play for a few reasons. One, Houston Rockets giving up the most assists to the point guard position, 11.1 assists to the point guard position, almost 2 whole assists higher than the next highest team, the Knicks. So 11.1 assists to the point guard position for Tyrese Haliburton. The best possible matchup for Tyrese here. Now, we sit the over on assists for his last 4 games, 13, 11, 15, and 11. Now, over the last 4-game span here, right, this is filtered by last 4 games. As you can see here, he's averaged 24.3 potential assists through 4 games. 24.3, that's almost 6 more assists, potential assists higher than Luka at number 2. 24.3 potential assists over his last 4 games. Cleared the over on this, his last 4 games. 2 games were pretty well over. 2 games with 11 assists here. Now, 24 potential assists a game. Now getting the best possible matchup for a point guard as far as assists to the point guard position goes. We're also looking at pace, right? Indiana is second in pace at 104.8. And Houston is number 9 in pace at 103.3. So 2 top 10 teams as far as pace goes in the NBA. And then if we take a look at team defense, Rockets, the 3rd worst defense in the NBA, and the Pacers, the 6th worst. So 2 bottom 6 defenses, 2 top 10 teams in pace. It's an absolute smash spot for Tyrese. I don't want to overthink this. We're looking at, 10.5 assists for 24 potential assists over his last 4 games. 10.5 with the highest over-under on the slate, facing a bottom 3 defensive team. They're a bottom 6 defensive team. 2 top 10 teams in pace. We've already seen point guards go crazy. Dejounte Murray, McLaughlin, Trae Young, and Chris Paul all have cleared 11 in assists. Dinwiddie had 10. Drew Holiday had 10. John Morant had 8. And if we look at points plus assists as well, Dejounte and Trae Young both went over this. Fred VanVleet had 36 points plus assists. John Morant had 57 points plus assists. Drew Holiday barely missed at 29. Chris Paul had 25. Reggie Jackson had 17 and 6 against the Rockets. The best possible matchup point guard could have here, in my opinion, as far as assists goes. So that's why I like assists a little bit more here. 1B is definitely 30.5 points plus assists, though I'm giving both these plays here as official YouTube plays. Again, just my opinion, just based on the analysis and research that I've done here. But I absolutely love these plays here. Highest over under of the day. Bottom 10 defensive team, bottom 6 defensive teams, 2 top 10 teams in pace. Tyrese Halliburton, 24 potential assists over his last 4 games, has cleared this over his last 4 games. Points, I mean, Houston's literally bottom 10 in every defensive metric you can think of. So, should be a lot of points here. Tyrese has been able to score the ball. He's averaging, I mean, his shot attempts, right? He's taken at least like 14 shots in almost every game this season. 3-point percentage is looking pretty decent. I mean, he's made a decent amount of 3-point shots. If he can give us 17, 18 points here, I think he goes over 11, 10 and a half assists. So 30 and a half points plus assists, whatever one you guys feel is the safer play in your opinion. But I'm going to go 10 and a half assists Tyrese over and 30 and a half points plus assists over. Both plays for Tyrese Halliburton. Hally wagon here. Let's go with the first 2 plays here today. Prop here is going to be Curry. And I like his over 29 and a half points against the Knicks. Absolute wagon. I mean, these are guys here that if they don't hit, we live with it. We live with the chances of them not hitting. But Steph Curry against the Knicks, this has the second highest over-under of the day behind Houston, Indiana. Second highest over-under at 235 right here currently. Golden State is 7.5-point home favorites. Both these teams, though, however, just play horrendous defense. Golden State, the 4th worst defensive rating in the NBA, and the Knicks are down here. What is this, the 8th worst? So 2 bottom 8 defensives going up against each other. And 2 teams that are both top, what is this? Golden State's the 1st in pace and New York's 8th in pace. So 2 top 10 teams in pace, 2 bottom 8 defenses as well, which is something we love to target as far as overs go. And Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He has hit over 30 points in 10 games this season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different times this season. 10 different games he's gone over 30 points, coming off a 50-point masterpiece against the Phoenix Suns in a loss. 17 for 28 from the field. They lost that game. He had 50 points. But all we need is 30 from Steph Curry tonight. He's hit this 10 times this season. The New York Knicks against teams giving up the 3rd most field goal attempts from 25 to 29 feet, which is 3-point land. 3rd most field goal attempts from 25 to 29 feet. We know Steph Curry loves to shoot the 3 ball. His 3-point made line is at 4.5, which I think he could easily clear as well. I think this could be a strong play, but I'm going with points here. It's Steph Curry. Absolute wagon. I think there's other sportsbooks that have him at 30.5 already, so we're getting a little discount here on PrizePicks at 29.5. I think that maybe this has a chance to bump, but I mean, just one of those players where if this doesn't hit, you can't be too upset with it. It's Steph Curry. He's hit 30 points 10 times this season. I think probably on the year he's averaging well over 30. Just an absolute wagon here against a great matchup. 2 bottom teams in defense, 2 top teams in pace. Should be quite a bit of possessions. Hopefully this game can remain close and be pretty high scoring. But yeah, I mean, Steph Curry, 29.5 points. I love this play here today against the Knicks. So Tyrese Halliburton, 10.5 assists. Tyrese Halliburton, 30.5 points plus assists. And then Steph Curry over 29.5 points. 3 absolute monsters here. Hopefully they can come through for us today. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these props. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. Drop a like on this video. And as always, let's cash.